Greetings, Lynn. Thank you so much for allowing me to present these concepts to you. I want to say also thank you for hiring me as your interior designer. It feels so good that you circled back from December and decided to work with me, and I'm hoping that one of these three concepts that I present to you today will speak to you in a way that you really enjoy. Our mission here at 26 in Oregon is to create feel-good spaces that work, and I do believe that I've kind of got you covered there. So let's go ahead and get right into this presentation. So the first slide I want to show you is the actual layout that I feel would be best for your primary bedroom. Based on the sketch that you sent over, I gather that your room is about 15 by 14 and the doors measure anywhere between 30 inches and 36 inches. We do have some wiggle room there, but based on that sketch, this seems like this would be the perfect layout to balance that room out and give you that zen feeling, and everything can be cohesive and flow very well together. And here is an additional view of that floor plan. It's a 3D floor plan, of course, but it's in black and white. And it just gives you an idea of how that room flows together if you're looking at it standing near the TV wall. This is the first of the three concepts. Now, these concepts are not in any particular order. They are just how they are showing up on my screen. In this concept, I am recommending saturating the entire room in Urbane Bronze by Sherwin-Williams. So we would leave the tray ceiling white and then take the Urbane Bronze all the way down to the baseboards. I'd also ask to cover the windows with a chocolatey velvet curtain with sheers in between that lead outside, and adding in a very elegant and soft lavender love seat. The love seat would be off-centered to the doors, and I'm recommending that the curtains go a little bit past the doors so that we can off-center it and make it balanced, so that way you don't have to go around the love seat so much to exit outside of those. I'm also recommending a white oak dresser in this case, along with a black nightstand and a printed rug. I feel like this is a really good balance. I'm also recommending anchoring a pair of pendant lighting to either side of your bed. That way it just adds another level of luxury there for you. So this is the first concept. Take it in and see how you feel about it. I'll come back and show you a 3D rendering of what that looks like after we get through the concepts. Now, this concept is a little bit bolder. When we first spoke, you mentioned to me that you really enjoyed the navy look of some of the rooms that you sent over as inspiration photos. However, you were a bit nervous how that would look and play out in your space, and you didn't want it to be so dark. I can assure you that because of the length of your French doors and how much light that comes through there, you don't necessarily have that to worry about. And so I am recommending saturating this room in a beautiful navy blue. We can leave the ceiling, the tray ceilings white, and bring that all the way down to the baseboards, cover the baseboards in white, and play off of the blue of the Larissa bed that you love from Z Gallery. We're going to add in some white accents to brighten it up. So instead of a lavender chase or love seat, I'm recommending this white boucle one, and then adding a pair of ottoman stools at the edge of the bed. So that helps you, if you're sitting at the edge of your bed or if you're sitting on the chase, that you can lift your feet up on that. It's just a nice way to help bring balance into that. I'm also recommending black and gold accents in this case. So a black dresser with gold knobs, and then a standard black nightstand here. And again, I'm still recommending a pair of pendant lights on either side of the bed, again for that layer of luxury that I feel that you want to add. The artwork in these concepts, you can absolutely change them to whatever feels a little bit more comfortable, but this is what was available to me that made sense to stick into these concepts. I'm also recommending a floor lamp next to the chaise lounge in this concept, just so you can have another layer of lighting there, so that if you're sitting there and you're reading, you don't have to turn on all of the overhead or depend on just the pendant lighting next to your bed. So this is the second concept. Take it in, and I'll come back and show you what this could look like in a 3D form. This last concept screams absolute elegance in my opinion, and it combines the first two in a unique way. So let's get right on into it. So in this concept, what I am presenting to you is to paint the ceiling, the tray ceiling, all the way up in Urbane Bronze. And then from the bottom of the tray ceiling to the baseboards, I'm also recommending doing a lighter taupe. We're going to add in that navy blue Larissa bed and combine that with navy blue velvet curtains. We're going to add the white chaise there. We're also going to do a blue and white. These are actually more cream than white. We're going to add the cream and blue rug and the cream ottomans. We're going to go with the white oak dresser and pair that with a darker nightstand. We're going to bring the gold and cream into the ceiling with those pendant lights on either side of the bed. We'll add a little bit of tapestry above the bed just to kind of fill in that blank space a little bit, and then add some elegant artwork there. I did not mention the hide rug that is underneath the shades in all of these, but I'm also recommending another rug over there, specifically a hide, something that is a little bit more abstract so that it can define that space as a separate space on its own. And I think this honestly is perfection in my opinion. We've got some room to play with this, but I think the Zen feeling that you're wanting is all about balance. And I think that this last concept embodies all of that. It mixes the light and the dark. It gives the color that you want. It gives the feeling that you want, and it adds the elegance that you want to achieve. So take it in and let me know how you feel about it. Let's go ahead and get into the 3D versions of these. Here's the 3D version of the first concept. Now this version actually looks a little bit different because the rug here is a little bit more plain, and then I put a mural on that back wall because I also wanted to show you what a feature wall would look like in this concept here. However, if you wanted to just take that urbane bronze all the way around, nix the accent wall, and then use a plain or printed rug there, this is what that layout would look like. And then I also left a little room there for you to continue to use that floor mirror that you said your friend brought you if you'd like to still continue to use that. This is the look of the first concept when you walk into the room. So you'll see that the room is draped in that urbane bronze, the wall going outside where the French doors are, those have chocolate brown or Java brown curtains. They're in velvet. They've got the shears in between. The love seat is off-centered, so even though it looks like it's in front of the door completely, you'll be able to have pretty much straight access in and out of that entryway if you'd like. So there's not too much maneuvering there. So this is the second view of how that first concept looks. And I decided to add this third view for you as well. So you can see how that room just flows together when you're coming in. You've got the feature wall if you choose to have it there. You've got the pendant lighting next to the bed. You've got the chaise lounge in front of the French doors. It all just flows. It's balanced very well. This is a top-down view of the second concept. So you'll see here on this one, I did actually switch out the blue bed and I changed it to the tan bed just for the effects of the 3D render so that you can see what that looks like as well against that. I did not do the render with the blue bed as well, but here it is with tan bed. So you can kind of you can go back to the concept and see what that looks like there, and then you can see what the render looks like if you chose a lighter bed, if you wanted to add a little bit more of a lighter feeling into that if you still felt it was too heavy. Here is the second elevation of the second concept. Now, in this particular case, I do have the ceiling painted navy blue instead of white, which I didn't necessarily mean to do. But while I have you, this is what that would look like if you did want to go ahead and encapsulate the entire room in blue. You can offset the darkness of that by adding in lighter tones like the bed. In this case, instead of keeping that the navy blue that you like, we would keep it the tannish gray one that you like. And then the shades, we'd go a lighter beigeish linen over there. We'll keep the white sheers. And then, of course, you've got white doors, and we'll keep some white light bedding, and then just some accents all around. So this is another iteration that you can, modify if you feel like having the whole room in blue is a little too heavy for you. And here is the last concept 3D illustration. So this one isn't a particular rendering in this first slide because the color just would not act right when I went to put this through my rendering, but I still wanted to give you an idea of what this would look like. So you see that we've got the darker ceiling in urbane bronze, and then we've got the taupe on the walls. We're still anchoring the bed with those lighter pendants. We're mixing the furnishings with white oak and the black, and then we're also going to add that navy blue bed and balance that on the opposite wall with navy blue velvet curtains there. So this is that 3D illustration for you there. Here is the actual rendering of the illustration. So here the artwork is a little bit different. I didn't change that out, but I still just wanted to give you an idea of what this looks like. I think this is a perfect balance, a perfect combination of the first two. So you're mixing the lighter and the darker tones, and you're adding that bohemian feeling. It feels zen, it feels comfortable, it doesn't feel too heavy, and it gives you all of the things that you wanted. You wanted to be able to relax. You've got the shades there. you've got a reading table, you've got the mirror that stays so you don't have to put it out, and you've got the bed that you want. So absolutely love this iteration for myself. I hope you love it. Please take a look at all of the iterations, the illustrations, make your notes, let me know what you're feeling, and then we can move forward from there. Thank you for giving me the time to present these to you, and I will be in touch with you soon.